All right, hi, good morning. We're recording now. So go ahead and pull up that first song, please, and we'll click play on 3, on 2, on 1, and play. I don't know if anyone heard Oatly growl in the background. Whew, it's a little feisty. We will go ahead and get started on our backs in a Supta Baddha Konasana, also known as butterfly pose. So recline all the way down. Draw your feet together and open your knees nice and wide. It looks like this. From here, place one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Allow yourself to settle in. And if you're looking for a little bit more sensation right away, you can draw your feet in a little bit closer towards your chest, and you'll start to feel your hips open a little bit. You can also press your hands into your inner thighs and press your legs even closer down to your space. Or you can use those optional yoga blocks, plant them underneath your knees for a little bit more of a restorative variation this morning. Throughout class today, we are focusing on the intention that rest is important. When we physically exercise, there's this concept of taking a rest day, of taking a day off so that your muscles can relax and recover, and so that you can get even stronger the next time that you work out. So we already have this concept in our physical lives. But that same concept when it comes to our mental and emotional states. I feel like rather we tend to focus on productivity. Sometimes we even measure our worth in terms of productivity. I did X, Y, and Z today, so I deserve this. But today we focus on shifting that mindset a little bit. You don't have to do X, Y, and Z to deserve something. You can rest in between and be just as deserving of that thing. In fact, I feel like it makes us even more productive if that's what we're striving for. Rest is a healthy state that we all need. And rather than quitting when something gets hard, we can take a break and then reevaluate how we're feeling after that. I also believe that resting allows us to uplift ourselves and others. And that comes back to today's donation-based class, which is to help out the nonprofit Stop AAP I Hate. All of the information is up on my blog post. But any sort of donations from today's class, whether you can make it or not, will go to supporting that nonprofit and uplifting Asian American and Pacific Islanders, especially for Heritage Month this month as well. So with all of that in mind, continue to rest into this space. Get rid of any to-do lists in your mind. You've committed to an hour of class. Allow yourself to enjoy that. So we begin to draw your knees together and separate them hips width distance. We'll set up for a couple of bridge poses. So with your feet hips width on the mat, draw your palms flat down onto your space next to your hip creases. Deep breath in. Exhale, elevate your hips up, bridge pose. I'll demo it up here as well. Graze the backs of your heels with your fingertips. And option 2, interlace your fingertips onto your mat. So fingertips are at around your low back, but on the actual mat rather than on your back to lift. Now, our natural tendency is to bow our knees out to the sides. See if you can draw your knees closer into center so that your hips and knees are facing the right direction, in the same direction. Slowly begin to lower your hips back down. We'll try that one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, bridge pose, elevate your hips. Melt your shoulders down onto your space. Slowly lower back down. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. We also tend to squeeze our glutes in this posture. See if you can release the squeeze on your glutes and instead engage your abdominals and your inner thighs to lift you up. One more inch higher, deep breath in. Exhale, lower all the way down. Roll onto one side, press your way up to a seat at the center of your space. Cross your legs at the top once you're there, deep breath in. Exhale, stretch your fingertips out in front of you as you allow your torso to bend towards your mat. Continue to creep your fingers out in front of you as much as you can while maintaining the connection of your glutes onto your mat. Allow your head to drop down. Now begin to walk your fingertips back in about a couple of inches or so. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. So elevate your spine just a little bit, gaze on in front of you. Exhale, fold down. Leave. Inhale, halfway lift your spine, bring it up. Exhale, fold down. One more like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. Slowly begin to rock yourself all the way up. Plant your palms down, tuck your toes beneath you. Downward facing dog. Draw your hands shoulder width distance. So hands are towards the right and left edges of your mat. They're about a foot in from each. I'll demo it here as well. So hands are essentially nice and wide, and your feet are wide as well. Come high onto your toes, deep breath in. Exhale, lower it down. Bend into one knee, bend into the other. Wake up your hips and your spine. Inhale, high plank, shift your body forward. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, gaze out in front of you. See if you need to readjust a little bit in your legs. Maybe you walk your feet in a little bit or walk them further behind you. Press the mat away, dome into your shoulders, engage through your abdominals. Continue to breathe here. How can you rest even in this high plank? How can we allow ourselves to reset here? What kind of energy are we bringing to this plank? To this simple pose that can definitely be challenging. How do we show up for ourselves here? Deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift it up and back. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to your space. Set up for a Cobra pose. Plant your fingertips next to your shoulder blades and a little bit further back. So they're kind of in between the top of your rib cage and your shoulders. Come high onto your fingertips. Separate your feet hips width distance. Inhale, Cobra pose. Elevate your chest up. Hold and breathe here. Point your shoulder blades back and down. See if you can elevate your chest on your next inhale. Engage through your low back. So brace your core to lift you up just a little bit higher. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower your forehead down to your space. Plant your palms beneath you. Downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Plant your right foot forward. Stack right knee on top of right ankle. Plant through your left palm. Inhale, open your right arm high. Twist out your arm at the top. And continue to shift your right hip crease back just a little bit. And you'll start to turn on your left glute as you do that. Deep breath in. Exhale, lower your left knee down. I'm going to switch sides. Grab for your foot, find a quad stretch there. So it looks like this. And if you can't reach your foot, go ahead and use that optional yoga block. Prop it right underneath that bent leg. And see if that lift will allow you to reach back for your foot. And if that's still not working for you, you can go ahead and take a runner's lunge instead. It's a little bit of a different pose, but you can just plant your palms to the inside of your foot, hips, while staying in a similar sort of position. Take whatever, once you have that foot grip, if you do, continue to twist your body open. So shrug your right shoulder down your back and open up. Release that foot down to your space. Inhale your right arm high and down onto your space in front of you. Exhale, half splits. Shift your hips back. You can draw your back leg back as well and your front leg forward. Draw your fingertips down next to your shin. Gaze out in front of you. Flex your front foot to your face. Say good morning to your hamstrings and hips. Option to plant your palms down, just to work in a little bit more into your hamstrings, but totally fine exactly where you're at. Slowly begin to creep back up. Inhale, low lunge, elevate back foot. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Move through your high to mid plank this time. Hold in a mid plank. Send your elbows in towards your ribcage. Continue to gaze out in front of you. Inhale, upward facing dog. Untuck your back toes. Elevate your knees and thighs. Look up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Shift it back. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, low lunge. Twist. Right palm is flat down. Left palm comes up. Twist it out and breathe. Once again, shift your left hip crease back. You'll feel your glutes turn on just a little bit more. Continue to stack right shoulder over right wrist as well. And if you haven't already, seal your lips. Continue to activate your Ujjayi breath. Strong breath in through your nose and out through your nose as well. One more deep breath in. Exhale, plant your palm down, drop back knee down, grab for your foot. Send your foot in towards your glute, open up through your chest. So as we work through today's intention, we spend a little bit of extra time in our poses. We continue on resting. There's going to be a little bit more silence. That doesn't mean that you're doing anything wrong. That silence just allows you to breathe. Drop back leg down. Inhale your left arm up. Exhale, half splits. Send both hips forward and rock them back. Once again, flex your left foot towards your face. An option to drop your palms down as long as your hips are still pointing forward. For more intensity, shift your right knee even further back onto your mat. Slowly begin to bend your left knee forward. You have to creep that back leg in. Take your time. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, high to mid plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll flow that a little bit faster. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, low lunge, twist right arm up. Exhale, quad stretch, drop back knee, capture your foot. Inhale, foot down, right arm up and forward. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, high to mid plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Right palm down, inhale, low lunge twist. Beautiful movements. Exhale, quad stretch, capture your foot. Inhale, arm up and forward, foot down. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, high to mid plank chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, low lunge twist. Exhale, quad stretch. Inhale, arm up. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, high to mid plank chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, low lunge twist. Beautiful. Exhale, quad stretch. Inhale, arm high, half splits. Maybe even close your eyes. Inhale, low lunge. Exhale, high to mid plank chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, feet to meet your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain pose tadasana. Exhale, samasthiti, hands to heart center. Take a couple minutes to breathe. We set our intention here. We flow with our breath, we match it to our movement. And we really take those strong inhales and exhales out. We create a rhythm even when we're standing still. We choose to rest our bodies, to rest our mind, so that we can reset and come out of this hour even stronger than how we came in. Deep breath in, seal it in. Exhale, sigh it out. Beautiful. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold down to your space. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple of minutes to breathe. Not gonna lie, I think Sun B is a little bit intense. So take a minute to rest and reset and just prepare yourself. It's not that it moves really quickly or it's hard, it's just a lot of balance. And I just wanted to give you a small disclaimer that you got this and you're strong, okay? With that said, let's get started. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Pivot up with your fingertips. Send your heels in alignment with one another and breathe here. Stack front knee over front ankle. Really seal your back foot down so you can continue to activate through your left thigh. From here, interlace your fingers at your low back, find a bind. It looks like this. And hold here for a sec. I'm going to switch sides just to show you. I think it'll be easier to see the bind this way. So from your warrior two, begin to straighten your front leg, triangle pose with a bind. So my body is, parallel to the mat, and my bind can stay right here on my sacrum, or if I want a little bit more shoulder extension, I can straighten out. See that kind of formation in my shoulders and allow my bind to lift. If you're comfortable with that much shoulder activation and you don't have any issues in your shoulders, go ahead and try that straighten out back. Continue to elevate right oblique. If you notice, I'm not dumping down. I'm not super low to the mat because this allows me to have nice long obliques here in this pose. From here, continue to rotate your chest up higher. Rotate your top shoulder down. And you'll feel that even more. Disclaimer, my obliques were so sore after I flipped this class. It creates a lot more strength when we're just holding here and isolating the movement. Inhale, gaze down towards your big toes. Turn your back foot in so it's straight. Exhale, straighten front leg, modified pyramid. Hinge your body down. So back leg is straight on your toes, kind of like in a low lunge, except this time front leg is straight and we're folding. Now from here, I want you to release that bind and grab for opposite elbows instead. So right elbow reaches for your left. Or no, that doesn't make sense. Right hand reaches for left elbow. And elbows are on your back. Continue to fold forward. And at any time, if you're like, okay, this is too much, I can't balance, this just allows us to activate into our shoulders a little bit more and add a little bit more of a challenge in terms of balancing. Inhale, bend into your front knee. Walk your back foot in just a little bit. Now pop that back leg up. Airplane pose. Now from here, release your bind. Allow your fingertips to go back. Breathe here. Flex through back toes, gaze out in front of you. Drop back foot down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Heels are back in alignment. Send top hands back. Hold and breathe. Rotate your chest forward. Continue to stack front knee over front ankle. We tend to lose that when we get into this pose. See if you can commit to your alignment here and to yourself. One more deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So that's all for SMB. It's not crazy. I think it's just a little bit tougher in terms of balancing. That felt good. You got it. If it didn't, we keep practicing. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Come up and out. Hold and breathe. Find the same strong alignment that you did on the first side. An option to get even deeper in your body here. Pretend like both feet are magnets pulling into one another. So without changing your feet, see if you can just magnetize them and you'll start to feel your legs turn on just a little bit more. You can't see it, but you can definitely feel it. Now from here, at your right inner thigh, see your back straight leg, see if you can kind of rotate that in a little bit. And you'll start to feel that your hip is going back just a little bit more. And so is your tailbone. And as that happens, your inner thigh and your right leg is turning on just a little bit more. Find that bind at your low back, straighten your front leg, inhale, bound triangle. Glide your body forward, send your fingertips back. Yeah, Blake, that looks great. Nice long back. Ooh, we love it. Continue to rotate your chest open. Beautiful, Becca. And draw the crown of your head forward as you do that too. Are you breathing? Are you focusing on your inhales and your exhales? Inhale, gaze down, gaze forward. Straighten back the leg and pop your right hip forward. Ooh, pop sounds intense, you know what I mean? Just shift it forward. And exhale, fold over that front straight leg. Grab for opposite elbows here. Gaze out at your front toes. Maybe even close your eyes if you really want to focus on balancing here. And always an option once more to just drop your fingertips down next to your foot. It doesn't mean you're weak. It doesn't mean that you're not taking class seriously or you're not productive. It means that you're resting and you're resetting so that you can continue to use that energy for the rest of class and for yourself. There's strength in layering down. There's strength in vulnerability. So let yourself do that at any time throughout class. Slowly begin to bend into that front knee on your next inhale. Walk back, toes in. Airplane pose. Parallel your right leg back. Send your arms nice and wide behind you. So no bind in the arms here. See if you can elevate your left hip crease just a little bit more. Parallel your hips down. Find a nice flat back as you gaze out in front of you. Inhale, reverse warrior. Drop it back, drop it down. Continue to breathe. Once again, front knee over front ankle. And you can find that same sort of foot motion that we did in Warrior 2, where you magnetize your feet in towards one another. So after this one, as usual, we will flow this just a little bit faster. It'll be totally fine. It flows pretty naturally in the body. And we'll match every movement with our breath. Deep breath in. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, find that bind half triangle or bound triangle, straight in front leg. Hinge body forward. Inhale, gaze down. Exhale, modified pyramid. Grab opposite elbows. Inhale, bend into front knee. Exhale, airplane pose, separate your arms. Inhale, reverse warrior. Beautiful movements. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, bound triangle. Inhale, gaze down, straighten back leg. Exhale, modified pyramid. Inhale, bend knee. Exhale, airplane pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2, Vira 2. Exhale, bound triangle. Yeah, AJ, good job, Dad. Inhale, gaze down, straighten front leg. Exhale, modified pyramid. Inhale, bend your front knee. Exhale, airplane pose. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. So as you can tell, this flows a lot. Let's focus on our transitions. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we focus on breathing through that just as much as we focus on going from pose to pose. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2. Exhale, bound triangle. Inhale, gaze down. Exhale, modified pyramid. Inhale, bend front knee. Exhale, airplane pose, Bakasana. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, right knee to your right tricep, make connection. We change it up just a little bit this slow. I'm gonna switch sides on your mat. Hold right knee in towards your right tricep. Stack your left shoulder over your left wrist. Now option here, begin to bend your elbows so much that your left hip crease rests on your left elbow. Hurdler's pose, straighten right leg. Elevate back leg up. Hold and breathe. We hold for 3, for 2, for 1. Left leg down. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, wild thing. Stack left shoulder over left wrist. Drop your right foot behind you and bend it as you open up through your chest. Straighten through your front leg, through your left leg, as your right knee bends. Yeah, Nikki, so beautiful. Slowly come back to center. Right palm comes down. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, swan pose. Drop your right knee down in front of you. Send your left leg back. Untuck back toes, come onto your fingertips. Deep breath in. Exhale, fold down onto your space. We find a little bit of flow here. Inhale back onto your fingertips. Tuck your back toes, send your right leg high. Exhale, wild thing. Flip over onto your space. Take your time. Inhale, come back to center, right leg high. Exhale, swan pose. Untuck back toes, elevate chest up, deep breath in. Exhale, small folds forward. Plant your palms, inhale back up. Exhale, wild thing. Inhale, plant your palms down. Elevate right leg high. Exhale, swan pose. Untuck back toes, inhale your chest high. Exhale, rest and reset here for a little bit. Slowly come back high onto your palms. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. I'm gonna turn sides. Inhale, warrior two. You know the rest now. Exhale, bound triangle. Inhale, gaze down. Exhale, modified pyramid with that elbow clasp. Inhale, bend your front knee forward. Exhale, airplane. This time, interlace your fingers at your low sacrum and extend your arms back, bound airplane. Same exact thing as we did, except your fingers are together. Continue to breathe, continue to hold. Send your shoulder blades back and down. Inhale, reverse warrior, break that bind. Woo! Exhale, chaturanga dandasana, or option to go back to down dog. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, left knee to your left tricep, hold here. Option to continue to work your knee higher onto your tricep. Option for hurdlers, one more time. Bend your elbows to 90. Stretch your left foot out, back foot up. Hold and breathe. Drop it back down. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, wild thing. Flip over onto the right side of your space. Stack your right shoulder over your right wrist. Drop your left knee down, or your left foot down, bend your left knee. Send your arm back. Hold and breathe. Slowly come back to center. Left palm down, inhale, left leg high. Exhale, swan pose. Untuck back toe, straighten back leg. I'm sweating now. Inhale, exhale, short forward fold down. Come back onto your fingertips. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, wild thing. Inhale back to center. Left leg high. Exhale, swan pose. Inhale, elevate your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come back onto your palms, tuck back toes, elevate your left leg. Exhale, wild thing. Inhale back to center, left leg high. Exhale, swan pose. Inhale, elevate your chest. Exhale, fold and hold down here. You deserve to rest here. Allow your exhales to breathe deeply into your hip as you softly begin to open that up in this pose. Plant your palms, elevate your chest. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Last time through, inhale, warrior two. Exhale, bound triangle. Inhale, gaze down. Exhale, modified pyramid. Inhale, bend your left knee forward. Exhale, bound airplane. Interlace your fingers at your low back and straighten your arms nice and long beside you. Hold and breathe. Feel that power through your shoulders as you expand them down your back. Slowly begin to drop back down. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, back to downward facing dog. Plant your palms, skip the chaturanga. Hang out here for a sec. Take a couple rounds of breath to reset, to ground back down. And slowly begin to shift forward into a high plank. Drop your forearms down, forearm plank. Now from here, with your forearms down, hike your hips up, walk your feet in. It's kind of like a narrow downward facing dog. This is called Dolphin Pose. Send your fingertips forward, send your gaze back behind you. Make sure that the crown of your head is lifted away from your mat. And to find that lift, we have to engage through our shoulders. Slowly begin to walk your feet back out. So now you're in a forearm plank once more. Drop your legs down, Sphinx pose. Untuck your toes, elevate your chest, and just breathe here. Slowly come back up onto a seat. Press yourself up and lie down onto your back for just a couple of minutes of core. We won't be here for long. Send your legs out to a 90-degree angle. Elevate your feet up off your mat. Interlace your fingers at your neck. Now from here, deep breath in. Exhale, lower right foot down. Inhale, send it back up. Exhale, lower left toes back down. Inhale, send it up. Exhale, right toes down. Kind of like a little step onto your space. Continue here. Stack your knees over your hips. Take some open mouth exhales here. We're here for 4. So strong for 3. Just give me 2. Hug your knees into your chest on 1. Send your knees back out to a 90-degree angle. Press your palms into your knees, deep breath in. Exhale, extend your arms out and your feet a little bit further out. Inhale, relax back to 90 degrees, arms are a little bit back here. Exhale, extend your arms all the way out so that your knees go out a little bit more. Inhale, back to neutral. Exhale, extend. Inhale, center. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, center. Exhale, lengthen. Give me 2 more. Inhale, center. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, center. Exhale, lengthen. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Rock yourself up to a seat or press onto one side and come up. Beautiful work. Grab some water, maybe towel off if you are sweaty. Feel free to type in the chat and let me know how you're feeling. 11 out of 10. I love it. Woo. So glad to have all of you here. Okay. Continue to drink your water and just rest and reset for a second. I think we all deserve it. And just allow your breath to come back to normal. So throughout class, we have been warming up our body a lot. Feeling like cardio is gonna suck. I would think so too. But you got it. We love cardio and strengthening on this Saturday. So we have been warming up our bodies a lot. We've been working a lot into our shoulders. We've been doing lots of binds, lots of openings. And I thought that maybe we would try a little bit of some headstand hops up to a wall if you're interested. If not, we can Blake's face. Blake did like drama and stuff in high school and like theater, and she has like the funniest facial expressions because very animate. So I thought we could do some headstand hops. Feel free to bring your mat next to a wall. I do not have a wall that I can use. So I'm just gonna do a couple of hops in the middle of the room. I probably won't go all the way up just because I want you to focus on where you're at. But if you have a wall and you're willing and able to, you're more than welcome to kick your legs up all the way. With that said, bring your mat next to a wall if you want. I love yoga. Thanks, Dad. I love having you in class. All right, so with your mat next to a wall, we'll just focus on some tiny hops. Meet yourself exactly where you're at as always. So from here, I like to rest my forearms down onto my face, kind of like in that dolphin pose. So forearms are down. My friend Olivia taught me this trick. She was supposed to be here, but she couldn't make it because she's in Santa Cruz. Grab her opposite elbows. So right hand to left elbow, left hand to right elbow. We've been here before. We did this behind our back in modified pyramid. So we've really strengthened and lengthened here. Now from here, interlace your fingers out in front of you. Draw the crown of your head down onto that interlace. Now from here, elevate your back legs. Walk them in a little bit. Walk them in even more, as far as you can get them in. Elevate one leg up. Maybe balance that. Maybe elevate left leg. Maybe go all the way up. I know I said I wouldn't do it, but now here I am. Maybe draw your toes together. And maybe come back down. So you can start to see that hop is a little bit of a hover at the beginning. So next to a wall, see if you can just start to hover. If I'm not, I'll hop and go up. Feel free to chat any questions. Chat if you'd like me to demo that once more. But meet yourself exactly where they're at. And see if you can use as little momentum as possible. See if you can engage through your core and through your inner thighs and through your legs to really play. Always an option to send out a chat for any help, but you all look great. Yes, Blake, love the holds. Love the strengthening in the legs as you keep doing that. That's so great. And when you're done, child's pose. Very well-deserved child's pose. I am so proud of all of you for choosing to rest here on the Saturday morning. For choosing to practice, to commit. I know it can be hard to be consistent about coming onto our mats sometimes. Or sometimes we push ourselves on our mats. We try to get into poses like headstand. It took me about probably a year to get into headstand now that I think about it. It was a hard pose for me. And every single day is different. Sometimes I just hop into it. Sometimes I'm like, oh, why can't I get into this headstand? And I just overdo it. I overexert because I'm so focused on the end goal rather than the means of getting there, which comes back to rest. And it's important on our mat, not only in these big postures, but just as we flow throughout class. And it's equally important off of our mats as well. As we work, as we maybe apply to schools, maybe we're just taking time off for ourselves. It's great. So allow yourself to rest. Slowly begin to shift your body forward, come high onto your palms and bring it back into a high plank. Not here for long, just a transition. In your high plank, inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down onto your space all the way down. Set it for one more Cobra pose. Plant your fingertips down by your shoulder blades. Separate your feet wide. Inhale, Cobra, elevate your chest. Option to hold here on your fingertips. Option to plant your palms down by your sides. Come into more of a full Cobra. Beautiful. I see lots of you doing that. Hold and breathe. Slowly release back down. Send your palms out wide behind you, your arms out long at your sides. Inhale, locust pose. Elevate everything but your rib cage. So arms lift, legs lift. Everything is nice and long. Balancing on your abdominals and your rib cage here. Hold and breathe. See if you can lift just a little bit higher and begin to relax back down. Flip onto your back. You can stay on your mat or you can press yourself up, whatever you're comfy with. And find yourself in a figure four. Cross right foot on top of left. An option to hang out here. Option to press your right knee away from your center of your body, or to even interlace your fingertips underneath your left thigh. Now from here, send your right elbow into your right thigh to open up through your hips a little bit more. And again, all of these are just options to take. Customize your practice to what you need today. Switch out your legs. Drop your right knee down or your right leg. And left foot on top of right thigh. Option once again to thread the needle, interlace your fingers under your right leg. Use your left elbow to open up. Flex your feet to your face. And if you want it even deeper here in your pose, send your right knee even closer to your chest. Just make sure that your low back is nice and flat on the mat. Slowly begin to release that down. Separate your feet nice and wide. Graze the back of your heels. Inhale, bridge pose, elevate your hips. Hold and breathe. Continue to send your knees pointing straight forward. Bump your hips up just 1 inch higher. Engage through your core. And slowly begin to lower back down. Option to do that one more time. Option to move into wheel pose. If you're moving into wheel, option to keep it here. Just follow my voice. Send your fingertips back behind you as you bend your elbows in towards your face. They're kind of like chaturanga arms. From here, elevate your hips up like in a bridge pose. Come onto the crown of your head and send your legs straight and your arms straight. Continue to send your knees out in front of you. Breathe wherever you're at. Wheel poses option to come back down whenever it's calling to you. Come down the same way. And everyone Supta Baddha Konasana. Same pose that we started with, butterfly pose. Allow yourself to rest. Take up space on your mat. Hug your knees in towards your chest. And a little happy baby. Maybe some big ankle pops. Sorry about that. I'm ruining the yoga vibes. Rock from side to side. Drop your legs back down in that bridge pose sort of position. Cross your right leg over left like that figure 4. And this time drop your right knee and your left leg over to the right. So it's a figure 4 twist. Gaze towards the left. Now from here, I think it's more comfortable to send your right foot to the other side of your left leg. So rather than on the inside like that, just allow your foot and your thigh to make connection directly. Slowly come back up to center. Let's switch that out. Left foot comes on top of right thigh, and right away you can just find that connection. Kind of like a tree pose in your leg. Left foot comes onto the inside of your right thigh. Drop your legs over to the left. Gaze towards the right. Slowly begin to come back to center. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Thank yourself for resting, resetting, and raising awareness for our nonprofit, Stop AAPI Hate. Take a deep breath in. Exhale into your Shavasana. Before you get too comfy, option to fast forward to the last song or allow Bonnie Bear to take you out of class. Wherever you land, hold and breathe. Stay exactly where you're at in your final resting pose. You deserve to rest. You deserve to reset. And with that energy, we have the power to uplift our own energy, bring a little bit more light into our days, and to uplift the energy of those around us as well. So we begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, roll out your wrists, your ankles, your neck, and in your own way, make yourself up to a seat at the top of your space. Come into the seat. Draw your palms to heart center, flutter your eyes closed. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, release it out. One more like that, deep breath in. Exhale out. The light and the love in me sees and honors the light and the love in each and every one of you. We bow forward to seal in our time and our practices together. From my heart, cheers, namaste. Thank you for taking the time to rest, to reset, to take up space on your mat, to learn more about our nonprofit, for reading my blog post, for finding the links, for doing all the things. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your Saturday. I would love to show you Oatly, but he's fast asleep underneath the chair right now. He kind of knocked out in Shavasana. If you play back the video, you'll see him coming straight to my legs and just resting there. So thank you for showing up, for practicing with me. I always love to see your wonderful faces, and I hope to see you probably next month for our next class. Have a good Saturday.